Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Lou? Lou, can you hear me? All right. We have all gathered here today to hear a story about the creator of this quilt. And it's crazy that he was on track to become a professional basketball player. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me start from the beginning. It was a dark winter night. The month was November. Year 1993. A star was born. The star was humbly named Chuck. And as a virgin explorer of the world, Chuck's curiosities were vast. He fell in love with the arts, creating his own worlds with the spoken word and the pen. But Chuck's life took an unexpected turn. From his teenage years to pre-adulthood, his canvas was the hardwood. Basketball was the only thing that mattered. Perfecting the art of the crossover, mastering the jump shot. Woo! His defense was so vicious, people would fake injuries not to play him. He developed leadership qualities the world has never seen before or since. He dreamt of playing professionally and then woke up realizing the odds of a 6-foot guard playing in the NBA was as likely as an audience listening to a talking quilt. Chuck was a cunning specimen. As he was developing his vision on the court, he was developing his vision behind the lens. Photography had become a new curiosity. He no longer watched where he stepped. Instead, he composed images of where his foot would land. Photography is so beautiful. He loved the mechanics of the camera. He even studied under the greatest there ever was, learning how to manipulate light in subjects to create stories in every photograph. However, as much as he loved photography, it wasn't getting him out of bed in the morning. Something was keeping him in. His mother's quilts. He had been wrapped around them for his entire life. But to him, they were merely decoration. And not until he was much wiser in his old age did he see what they truly were, works of art. And a whole new world of possibilities opened up. You can make a quilt into anything underneath the sun. And if you tried hard enough, you can make it to the sun itself. Chuck's mind had raced. He created quilts as fast as his machine could. He created quilts that were as big as billboards and as small as Post-it notes. He created a quilt that would keep a family of 20 warm on the coldest winter nights. He became renowned, showed his quilts worldwide, he would lock himself in his studio for months on end. One night, Chuck was making a masterpiece, so focused he couldn't see the storm outside. All he could hear was the humming of his long-arm quilting machine. Sweat dripped down his face. He had been working for hours. Wouldn't quit until the quilt was done. And as he laid down the final stitch, a flash of light engulfed everything. Years went by, and Chuck was never seen again. The quilt was soon discovered, and it was shown around the globe. And sadly, Chuck never saw his final work. But now it speaks for itself. Thank you guys all for coming out here. This was my first, I was telling Anna Ray, thank you so much for bringing me on. This was my first ever performance in front of an audience.